First of all, I would say that I'm not going to give you much hope like Faisal did. He's a dear friend, spoke from the heart, but we have to face the realities. Being in media gives me a lot of access to go meet bureaucrats, ministers, and institutional senior journals at different levels. And I'm shocked and saddened when I visited the ministries in the last couple of weeks. I wanted to seek hope, what is going on, how they are looking at solving the Pakistan's problem, that we are under so much stress. People are talking about dollars will come from UAE. People are talking about they will come from Saudi Arabia, IMF. US is saying we are going to help the economy. But what matters is all this money that is coming in is a loan, right? How are we going to pay this loan? What is the solution on that? Right? I mean, we may get another $10 billion that will be spent. So I started, I graduated in 97, I joined my mother in 2000, and I told her that we will launch a TV channel. We started one TV channel, then up till now I have launched about 9 TV channels. I've closed about 3 of them. We are running right now about 6 channels. We've just recently acquired 10 Sports, Pakistan Beam also. So I told her we'd launch a TV channel, and at that point in time it was there were no private channels, you know. Parvez Musharraf had just announced 1999 a policy that we will allow private TV channels. Now when I look at the problem is our inefficiencies and losses are more than the revenues. So when your revenues are less and your cost is more, you will always keep on draining. And no matter how much aid, grant, loans you will have, you will end up with the same problem which we have been ending up with. So I asked my research team to give me some data, which some I had from the ministries, and I'll share those with you. Today, Hum TV has approximately 750 employees, and we run 6 channels. And we have offices in UK, Middle East, and USA. PTV, which does not have international offices, does not have any effective channel which people watch, has more than or almost 5,000 employees today. Their revenues are 3 times lower than Hum TV's advertising revenues. 3 times less. And when I looked at PTV, then I went to Pakistan Broadcasting Corporation's numbers, and I was told every year 4.5 billion rupees are given to Pakistan Broadcasting Corporation, which does the Pakistan radio. I don't know who listens to Pakistan radio or anything else. And likewise, when I looked all around, these state-owned enterprises, which are called SOEs, they are a burden on the federal budget. 525 billion rupees that they get. They make another additional loss of 200 billion rupees. That is 700 billion rupees. Just the 3 corporations, Pakistan Railway, PIA, and Pakistan Steel, contributes to 2% of our budget. So if we were to sell all of these companies for just 1 rupee, the government will annually save more than 700 billion rupees. The discos, which are the distributing companies, they lose the energy loss, line losses which they call, or choriyan jo bhi kundo ke saath hai, 1.2 trillion rupees. The gas is another loss of another 1.2 trillion rupees. So if we were to privatize these things for just mere rupee or whatever money, any good businessman comes, take over their company and start afresh. We have already done this example in the 90s when we privatized the banks. And today, if you look at any bank that you see, UBL, Allied, MCB, Habib Bank, and many others that they came afterwards, everybody is making a profit. They also had unions, and these companies like Pakistan Broadcasting Corporation, PTV, Pakistan Steel, Pakistan Railway, PIA, and there are approximately, if I'm not mistaken, 204 state-owned enterprises that I've talked about. If we sell those, I think first problem of reducing our budget deficit by 700 billion. The three companies that I talked about, which are 2% of our GDP, I think if we just throw those away and give it for peanuts to any businessman to run it, not only will they run it efficiently, make profits, add value to the GDP, but that 2% that you save, put it back to education. With just mere 1% of the budget going to education, how can we really expect to grow? And that, I think, what Faisal and all of us feel here, that we have to put in. And this money is a long-term solution. So short-term solution is take this money and put it in education. But let's come to some other things. When I talked about there is 1:7 efficiency ratio of people working. So for example, I have 700 people and PTV has 5,000 people. The government organizations, the government of Pakistan, and I'm not talking about state-owned enterprises now, the federal government that I'm talking about, they have approximately 1 million employees. Do you think we need 1 million employees? I think this can easily, within a year, if we really want to come and cut it down to about 50% in the first year, where most people are political appointees, right? And a department, a secretary will have number of naib qasids and qasids and so many T-boys and other things. So 1/10 can be reduced. And people talk about that it will create unemployment. I think it will not create unemployment, but it will create a faster economy for two reasons. Whenever people are unemployed, they want to work on some new idea to make more money because they cannot survive otherwise. And human beings are very resilient. So this 1 million people can also be cut down, and once we do cut our costs and work on our revenues as well. So concentrate on giving privatization, which will increase the GDP and reduce our budget deficit. So these are a couple of things that I think can be immediately done. Already on the cards, I know for various governments, even in the previous government, I know, even in this government, 44 units are already in the privatization. So my point is only that improve on the regulatory side. Your government should look at regulatory framework. And on the revenue side, as somebody, I don't know how many people know this, after textile, technology sector is the second largest exporter and gets the dollars for Pakistan. Right now, I think the number is somewhere close to 300 billion. However, this is not 300 billion, it should be approximately 1 trillion, because majority of the money these technology companies are making, they keep it abroad by keeping another company. So they keep the profits there and bring only this 300 billion, which is just the salaries and administrative cost. Why do they not bring it to Pakistan? Because as soon as this dollar comes, they convert it back to the rupee. Second, once and when they want to take this money which they have earned from abroad, they want to take it out, they can't take it out. So it's I think critical. If today if we fix our IT policy, the immediate fastest growth for our dollars is these IT, our young people, and a small company from one people. My brother started an IT company just in last year. He has now more than almost close to 100 employees in just 1 year. His target is to have 5,000 employees in 5 years. And he thinks it can be easily done. What has happened is India has become more expensive because the labor has become more expensive. We are cheaper in the region, number one, and we have people access availability of these young IT people, and they don't have to do extraordinary jobs. The jobs are back office accounting, which is just punching and data entry jobs, but they do generate a lot of money. So a lot of things that are available. One is the IT that you can immediately invest on, and you don't have to invest any money. The best part is you do not have to import things. If you want to build a hotel, for example, it will take us 2 years to build a hotel and develop a hotel, and 3 years. In this, you just have to fix the policies and the money will start flowing in. Cut down your cost, increase your revenues on IT, and I think Pakistan is right on track. It is no different that, and then invest in education, as we said. On the petroleum, there are many opportunities, but why should OGDCL be not privatized? Why should WAPDA be not privatized? Why do state-owned enterprises be making huge losses and are not privatized? I don't understand. Unless and until we do not do this, I'm sorry, no matter how many billions come in, no matter how much hard work we put in, it will be drained by these holes that are created in the economy. Thank you very much.